We all know America is a red meat country. We chow down on burgers, steaks, and chops as if our lives depend on it. But chew on this, there's a growing number of people questioning the amount of meat they eat and how it comes to their plate. And these days there are powerful arguments for why cutting back or eliminating meat entirely from your diet may be a good idea for you and the planet. But what will it take for us to change our carnivorous ways? We have the facts. First up, we have to face the facts. We eat a whole lot of meat. The average American consumes over 222 pounds of flesh a year. That's an annual chow down of 888 quarter pounders or more than 1,500 hot dogs. That's a whole lot of bull, or really chicken, cow, and pig. To produce all this meat, we dedicate a huge amount of our fruited plains to growing, grazing, and harvesting animals. According to a Bloomberg study, 41% of the U.S. land is used for livestock, meaning the largest land use type in the United States is dedicated to farming cattle, chicken, pigs, and other harvested meat. The use of land for growing food and forestry account for around a quarter of global greenhouse gas emissions. That's about the same as from electricity and heating, and substantially more than from all the trains, planes, and automobiles on the planet. The Union of Concerned Scientists lists meat production as a leading cause of rainforest deforestation. And there's lots of research that contends cows alone contribute so much methane to our environment that cattle gas is raising our planet's temperature. Okay, so those are some of the concerns of our meaty love affair. And we haven't even mentioned the well-documented health ramifications of an overly carnivorous diet. The International Agency for Research on Cancer has classified processed meats as a carcinogen. And it can have effects like elevated blood pressure, increased chance of strokes,
diabetes,
and other issues. But let's get real. Why do most people love meat? Because it tastes good. And our mom's chicken casserole is so full of love that not even cognitive dissonance can stand between it and us. But no matter how much we love it, there are many of us trying to eat less of it for our personal health and our planet's welfare. And businesses know this is a new market that needs to be fed. So that's given rise to the fast-growing plant-based protein industry. These newfangled veggies are designed to look, taste, and chew like good old meat, with all the protein and none of the health risks or planetary impact. Kentucky Fried Chicken is developing a veggie version of its trademark meal. Jack in the Box has been adding veggie protein to its tacos for years.
Are you one of the millions of Americans whose love for Jack in the Box tacos has turned into an obsession?
No tacos here.
White Castle and Burger King offer vegan burgers on their menus, and even one of the world's largest meat producers, Tyson Foods, as well as agricultural conglomerate Cargill Inc., invested in a lab meat startup. These veg-friendly meats are predicted to be a $5+ billion business by 2020, and that number will likely rise. There are two different versions of veggie proteins that companies are cooking up in their labs. One is plant-based meat and the other is clean meat. Two very different approaches to the same challenge. Let's order both and figure this out. First up, plant-based meat. The idea here is pretty easy to digest. Find the veggies that either alone or in combination can mimic the taste, chew, and look of a specific meat. To make the perfect veggie burger, companies like Impossible Foods add a magic ingredient called heme. Heme is an essential iron-containing molecule found in blood, and one of the tasty chemical cues that triggers joy when you bite into a juicy burger. But it turns out, heme also flows through plants. So adding this yummy trigger to different veggie proteins can deliver the same red meat taste in a green-based meal. The other revolution that's taking place is clean meat. The concept is to grow meat in a lab from just a few cells that scientists can instruct to produce chicken, beef, or even fish. Now, to be clear, these labs aren't generating whole chickens from a petri dish. What they're doing is directing cells to reproduce and create meat of a chicken, duck, pig, and even a salmon. While it's not ready for prime time yet, the debut is coming. And some food for thought. These lab-produced products will have less bacteria, no antibiotics, and will require less chemical additives than farm-raised meat. And remember, this isn't the first time scientists have swapped out animal products. In 1951, they took 10,000 pounds of pig pancreases to make 1 pound of insulin. Today, genetically engineered bacteria produce animal-free insulin. The future isn't just arriving, it's been here. So there you go. Dinner has been served and you've got plenty to chew on. You may hate this food revolution, or you may embrace its potential to keep humans and habitats healthy, especially as human populations grow and our planet continues to feel the pressure and the heat. So think about it and consider the facts. Who knows, you might just work up an appetite.